You're live.
Okay. I'm live. Woo! Hi guys, I'm really sorry I'm late. Seriously, I don't know what was happening. Technical difficulties. I think I'm live right now. Let's just double check the stream. Can you see my fizzog on my channel, Alice? It was a bit crazy. Let's do a crazy dance. We'll hopefully get comments in very shortly.
How do I find it?
You just go onto my channel, darling, and it should be there.
Mm-hmm.
Am I on? Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, you are.
Whoop, whoop. We found it. Really sorry we're late, guys. How many minutes late are we out? 15, 20?
12.
Only 12. There we go. After all that stress, we were like, how the hell did we get onto this? What are we going to do?
Is there a chat? Yeah, there is.
Yeah, is anyone saying anything? Are people saying hi?
Tanta Kazu says, hello girls, XX.
Awesome.
And people are saying hi and hey.
Woo! We're on. Okay, right. I set up a schedule for this stream, and I don't think we got onto the actual stream thing that I set up. Cool, but we're here. Anyway, I'm babbling. I wanted to talk to you guys about school and my time at school and how school was, because I'm aware that a lot of you went back last week and some of you the week before even, and I wanted to just talk to you about my experiences and answer some of your questions, predominantly just about school, but if you want to ask me other ones and you're interested in my life, go ahead. I'll be on for about 20 minutes-ish. At the moment, Alice is sitting next to me reading the comments. That was Al's phone. It's all right, sweet. And yeah, any comments, Al? Any comments?
It's just people saying hiya.
Oh, cool. That's fine.
And I'm registered blind.
Oh.
TSs.
Well, we're the same. We're the same. We're all in this together, guys. I could just keep going be Troy from High School Musical, we're all in this, but I'm just gonna save your souls. So sorry if you can hear background noise. We're in our dining room, which isn't usually the setup, but because there's so many moving boxes in my flat, it's a bit hard to film there. Plus, I think the natural light's going, if I'm correct, Alice, it's not as light as it would usually be at 6. We're losing the summer.
It's still light outside.
Is it?
Yeah.
So you can sort of see my face. But yeah, there's no lights or anything that we usually have, so I apologise. Okay, after all that rambling, let's just breathe. If you guys didn't know, we've got a little doggy called Oti McBoatface, as we call him. So if the dog's running again, yeah. So school. I had a really nice time at school, to be honest. Are you tapping me? Mm-hmm. Is there a comment?
The question, yeah.
Go ahead then.
How do you manage Lucy when you were losing your sight?
How did I manage when I was losing my sight? It was hard. It was really hard. I lost my sight 4.5 years ago now, so it does seem like quite a long time. But I've lost quite a lot more over the past 1.5 years. So I do call myself total now. So that means no light really. Literally I have a slight blurry blob in the corner of my vision, and that's what keeps me going really, seeing light and dark. But it's quite, yeah, it's a poor excuse for a vision. But how I coped was, I guess, can't really be answered in a really short answer. That's why I'm so babbly all the time. But so when I first started losing my sight for 1 year, I didn't really think about it. I just continued on and went cycling, and I was doing my A-levels and I had to retake them, and it was just all a whirlwind. So it's weird, but everyone always asks me, how did you cope? And in that first year I didn't really think about it. I was like, I'm not blind, even though I was. And then it sort of set in year 2 when I tried to go to uni and had a mental breakdown. Then year 3 came back full force, and I was like, right, I can cope with this. So it took me a good long time and a massive grieving process. So yeah, fast forward to year 3, which was last September. I tried to go to law school again, different law school, and I decided, right, what am I doing with my life? It's a really nice experience. I'm meeting really lovely people, but I do not want to be a lawyer. Why am I doing this? We'll link below later my university video that I did last week for you guys to go into a bit more detail about that. But now I'm here, like 4 and a bit years later, and I am so happy. I've just got a job at the BBC, and that's how the whirlwind of sight loss has gone for me, really.
I've got more questions, Lou.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Cut me off, Alice, if I'm babbling. Just be like,
I have
Lou.
to, because there's going to be these questions streamed in, and I'm just going to be sitting here in German reading them.
Can I talk a bit about school just first? Okay, my time...
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
Because that's the title of the vid, isn't it? So,
wouldn't it come if I tell you the questions? Do you want to know them?
Yeah, go on then. Sorry.
Someone says they don't start until the 25th.
Oh, school, that's really late.
I'm starting uni then as well.
Yeah, Alice is starting uni then. She's
got
the
a place
jazz
at the theatre academy.
Oh, wow.
And partially sighted, and she's moving soon. And how do you cope with living in a flat on your own?
Right, okay, theatre school, that is so cool. I did A-level drama, blind, well, the last bit of it blind, and...
How did you manage with that then? That would be helpful.
Yeah, I'm going to say that. Yeah. Alice is like, that would be helpful, Luce.
I'm trying to keep you on track here.
Oh, it was amazing. To be honest, you really have to talk to the people around you, and that sounds obvious, but when you're blind, you really have to be like, right, I need this doing, I need that doing, and you need to be like adamant that like how to get the support if you need it, and that can be really daunting. And drama is quite hard. I had to count the steps for where I was on the stage and obviously learn all your lines, but it's a really cool thing to do theatre when you're blind, and I love audio descripted theatre shows. So yeah, school in general.
Living in a flat on your own.
Living in a flat on my own, yes.
Forgot that part.
Sorry, darling. Living in a flat on my own. So for the past 4 years, I have been living in a flat on my parents' house. So I'm really fortunate to have gone through my depressive episode and everything like that, and up till now living basically, if I needed them I could, but if I didn't, I was with my boyfriend Ollie and I was at the front of the house. So yeah, sometimes it's lonely, but sometimes yeah, I had that security. And obviously now, like, I'm moving to London and in like a couple of weeks with my boyfriend, so I never have necessarily been alone per se. I've always had someone with me, but to be honest, and the alone times that I've had, I've listened to podcasts, I've learned KitchenAid skills, I've got a talking microwave and a few other things, talking scales from the RNIB, and yeah, that's how I coped.
And you kind of make sure you keep everything organised and know where everything is so you don't go crazy as well.
Yeah,
that's a big part of it, and I think living on your own, you really need to make sure that you know where everything is for your own sanity.
Gosh, yeah.
I think that's the thing that stands
otherwise,
out for me.
yeah, tear my hair out, don't I? Yeah. There we go. Alice knows better than me, really.
I just have your brain but without the rambles.
Yeah, you do, really.
Helps. So, someone else says, I'm wondering, how did you take notes during lectures, and were all the books available in audio, or how did you read them in uni? I'm losing my vision and need to figure out a new occupation for myself.
Okay, so university, I did, what's it called, DSA beforehand, and if your assessor's really good, well, first of all, you need to get an assessor, and they need to literally write down everything that you could possibly think of. You need a braille note, you need a dictaphone. Dictaphones were my lifesaver when I was recording lectures for uni, because I'd just listen to them back every night, and then I'd write my own notes in Word, which on my with VoiceOver, on my laptop, my Windows laptop with JAWS on it. To be honest, it was massively helpful that I also had a note taker at the back of the class, because they would write all the notes for me, and then they'd be sent to me. But sometimes you need to have a relationship with your note taker, so you tell them when you want them sent to you, because some note takers, especially my first time at uni, didn't send me them till like 2 weeks later, and with a degree like law, it was so fast paced, and I think yeah, it really needs to be done ASAP. And I would take notes yourself, I would have a dictaphone, and I would have a note taker. So there's 3 modes of getting your lecture notes, because if you're tired one day, you can drop the laptop and you have the dictaphone, or if you aren't tired, then you can have all 3, and it's gonna be great. Yeah. Any other comments, Al?
Hello from Italy.
Woo!
And thanks for that advice. I've been in a few shows and things already.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
fab.
wow. I'd love to know about them. You should definitely tweet me. And yeah, so school in general, I had a massively lovely group of friends. I still do. And to be honest, it really did help me. I didn't really have too much bullying about my sight loss. I was at a comprehensive school, so like a state school, and then I had a VI unit on the side of it. I think I've told you guys before, but that was massively helpful, because as soon as I lost more vision, I got a teaching assistant in with me straight away, who got me through my A-levels, because I didn't really learn any assistive technology, because I didn't feel like I had time to learn that and do my A-levels, because I lost it in the middle. So I literally dictated all of my English, my drama and my history A-levels to lovely women who I'm still in touch with. Hello Maxine, if you're watching. And all of the teaching assistants at my old school, I love you guys if you're watching. So yeah, it's really important to have a great network around you, and in order to get that, you need to really know what you want. So write lists, make notes. Before you go into any meetings about your support, definitely write bullet pointed lists, because being asked what you need on the spot is very daunting. Or even if you're not good at talking, maybe give them something that you've word processed the night before. Any other questions, Al?
Have you ever learnt Brook, Lucy? And if so, was it hard?
Have I ever learnt what?
Brook.
Brook. Ooh, no, I don't even know what that is.
And hello from Norway.
Oh, hi guys. I've never learnt Brook. No, I'm assuming that is a screen reading software. But you guys are, yeah, please reply. I'd love to know. Other things about school.
She meant Braille.
Oh, Braille.
Have you learnt Braille? Sorry, I was like, Brooke? Who's Brooke? Who's that girl?
Yes, I have learnt Braille. I can type it really fluently. I can't read it back really fluently. I rely on the voice on my Braille note to read it back. But to be honest, because for like 4.5 years now, I've just listened to so many voices. Like, people say to me, like, how do you understand your phone? And yeah, it's weird when people say, like, you will get used to it, but you really will. If you use all this stuff at uni and school every day, it'll just become second nature to you.
You have, hi from Scarborough. I've been watching your vids for over a year now, and they're all really informative.
Oh,
I started uni last year, and I totally agree that a dictaphone helps so much.
Yeah, it really does. And to be honest, I would really recommend also having someone to, no matter if you're starting a new school, a new term, losing your vision, a new place, anywhere. With my new job, I'm needing someone to guide me around, tell me where I am, because Broadcasting House is massive, so I'm so daunted about that. So that's one thing that I'm like, gosh, how are me and Olga going to get there? But if you're going to work, it's Access to Work. That's who you need to contact 6 weeks before your placement. If you're going to uni, it's DSA, and you need to do that quite a lengthy time in advance. I think it's about 3-4 months they recommend. And if you're at school, you have SEN, like a SEN coordinator, a school educational needs coordinator, and you have a plan put in place. I think it changed in 2015, 2016 when I left, but all of it's such a faff, and I would recommend literally just having a word process document on all of your up-to-date needs and bamming them out on emails.
Bam. Someone asks, what's your new job?
New job, I am a broadcast journalist at BBC. I'm really excited. I keep telling everyone, I'm like, what the hell? Like, is that actually my life? But yeah, I'm going to be working in the department. What the hell am I going on about? I don't know whether you guys listen to the disability podcast BBC Ouch, but yeah, I'm going to be working alongside that team. I haven't met them yet. I just haven't met you yet. Even though that was Ouch. But yeah.
No, it wasn't actually.
Oh, thanks, Al. Alice is the musician here, and sometimes she's like, Luce, you're out of tune, and yeah, it hurts sometimes. Yeah.
Someone says they listen to that and it's great.
I love it so much.
What's it about though? For everyone else that doesn't know.
For everyone else who doesn't know, it's a disability podcast. It literally talks about loads of things. They've got such cool titles, literally blindness, wheelchair access. I say we now, but we tackle it all. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing. My boss is Damon, if you guys know the editor. And I cannot believe I'm literally sitting here saying this. I'm so excited. Literally, guys. Anything else about school? Anything else?
I want to work with them. They're great.
Yeah, they're amazing. It's so cool. What else am I going to say about school? School. To be honest, about uni, work and school, I would know your support and what you've got in advance as much as possible. So I tend to contact people beforehand and be like, look, what's the job or the work or the uni like? What am I going to expect? Could I have my notes 24 hours in advance? And so you just know and you're not as anxious. So yeah, that would be
David from Brisbane, Australia. Is that how you say it?
Brisbane, Australia.
Brisbane.
Brisbane.
3:20 a.m. here.
Blinking
I am legally blind, so I take it you went through special education when you lost your sight while in school. I was in special education from kindy. Oh, like kindergarten.
Yeah, oh right.
What's that for us? Nursery.
I think it's nursery, yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in. If it's like 3 a.m, you are the best.
I want to go to Australia.
Yeah, we need to go to Ausland. That would be amazing.
It looks beautiful.
It does. But it's like, isn't it like a 24-hour plane from the UK? Anyway, we're going off track. About school. I went blind when I was 17, so I was in a normal state school, but it happened to have a VI unit on the side of it. So I was really, really fortunate that I could just go into all of my lessons and then have a teaching assistant come in and already have a special educational needs plan in place. I had that done when I was about 11, so I was visually impaired, so a lot of it had to change round. I had to have a lot more support put in, had to learn Braille, so my plan was a bit more hefty by the age of 17 than what it was when I was 11, because I just had to have enlargements. But yeah, I know a lot of people here that have gone to like New College Worcester. I don't know if you guys are in the UK and know that place, but I walked around there and it looked really cool. Looked, if you'll pardon the pun, but yeah, I just decided to stay where I was because I knew all my friends, and yeah, I already had a unit on the side, so it was awesome. Simple.
Someone says hi from Saudi.
Oh, wow. That's so cool. How many people are watching?
13.
Wow. Guys, this is so cool. Oh, I'm really excited. So, more about school. What did I do? To be honest, also, I wanted to talk a little bit about how, first of all, I just didn't accept anything. So, when I first went blind when I was 17, obviously I did have cane skills a bit when I was like from 11 to 17 because I was visually impaired, but I had enough vision that I was like, I ain't blind, I ain't visually impaired, I don't need no cane. And I was walking around school like bumping into things because I only had one eye at that point. And my friends, they did really vouch for me. Like, I was like, Connie, I really don't want to have a TA. Will you read the board for me? And I remember being in A-level, I think it's A-level psychology. I was literally almost going blind then. So I think I was just turned 17 or 16. I think I was 16 years old with Connie, my Bezzy, like sitting next to me. And she'd literally write all of it on the piece of paper next to me, so I'd sit and like look at what she was doing. And the teacher, I remember she used to write when she was writing on the whiteboard at the same time, and I would literally like type as quickly as I could on my laptop, and just in case I missed something I was like, Connie, what is that? Or I'd like glance over her shoulder. So I did put a lot on my friends, and now I feel really bad. They'll be like, don't be silly. But yeah, to the that I got to that extent because I just really didn't want a teaching assistant. I didn't want to admit it. And then there was a point after my operation where I had to. But it was so cool because when I was at sixth form, all my friends like did this fund, and when I got out of hospital they literally bought me flowers, and the whole sixth form raised money for me, and they got me like a little jewellery box that had like it was from Paper Chase, and it had like dreams come true, or so, I can't remember. It had like little clouds on it. And I got cookies. I think Joe and Connie brought it around. It was so sweet, and I just remember feeling so nice, like as nice as possible after you've had your eye cut open. So that was really good. But I remember I literally couldn't wash my hair for like a couple of weeks after. Oh, it was gross. Anyway, that's off topic again. Is there any more questions, Al?
Yes.
Go.
Right. Hi from Denmark.
Wow,
you have a very
cool.
good best friend, smiley face, smiley face.
I do. I really do.
Hi Lucy, I'm a Lucy too from the Midlands.
Oh my gosh.
I was just wondering, when you were in school, did you have input from any healthcare professionals? I'm training to be an occupational therapist at uni, sending all my love.
Oh wow.
That's what OT is, isn't it?
Huh?
OT, occupational therapist.
I think so. Hopefully, I think that's what it is.
I'm right.
I thought you were meaning like the dog, Otis, because we call Otis, our new puppy, our new collie, Oti. So I thought you were like, what? I didn't get it. I thought you were literally reading out Otis and you were just being like blind.
What?
I don't know. In the middle of a sentence, I was like, what is Alice going on about? Anyway, that's really cool.
Healthcare professionals.
Yeah, I'm moving out of the Midlands, but I'm glad we're like two Lucies in the same place, because that's really cool. That's awesome.
People are saying yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
That's good.
Sorry, I had like a really weird like, what is Alice saying? Dogs in my head. I'm going a bit creepy and crazy. This is what I always do on a live stream. I'm like, blah, 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 and Alice is like, shut up. Did I have any support from outside medical professionals? I don't think I did. No. I got like letters from my eye hospital. I went to Moorfields, guys, in London, so I'll be closer to it when I move in a couple of weeks. And they used to just write like, my condition, she's blind, she can't see anything, there's nothing behind those eyes, sort of thing. I mean, they weren't that rude, but something along those lines. She has a genetic disorder and cannot see anything at all. Here you go. And then, yeah, there's a lot of paperwork. Oh, don't you guys think that being blind is like so much paperwork? Me and Ollie are like taking over all my blind documents from my mom now, and we're moving and we're like putting them all into filing cabinets, and like blue badge applications, and like, I don't know, like you can get this like cinema card that like gets your carer free and you full price, but then obviously like that's cool because your carer's free because they have to audio describe to you maybe sometimes. So yeah, loads of paperwork. Alice just tapped me. Go on then.
Right. Yeah, I'm tapping to say there's a question.
Have a go, Glenn. Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't know.
What inspires you the most then and now? How has it changed?
You mean when I was blind?
Yeah, before and then. Yeah, I assume so.
What inspires me most? Wow, that's really crazy. To be honest, I first got inspiration for carrying on and being okay from Molly Burke here on YouTube. She's so cool. So if you guys don't watch her, she is amazing, and her videos have got me through so much because she is the bomb. Her hair's really long, she's really healthy, she is just so cool, and she went blind when she was 14 and I was 17. I was like, she's so cool. And yeah, she's been on my channel a few times as we did collabs, even though we're not like in person, but hopefully I'll be able to go to Canada one day and meet her. And what else? Who else inspired me? To be honest, Stevie Wonder, and lots of people who I thought, wow, they are boss ass. And how can I be like that? And yeah, and Tommy Edison on here. Actually, he gave me, I forgot to say at the start, like he did a video on school, and I didn't actually watch it, I just saw his title. So go over to his channel if you want to know a bit more about his school experience. He's been blind from birth. So mine, my experience, Molly's experience and Tommy's experience are really similar yet different. So we all went blind at different times.
Out of interest, do you need regular eye exams to keep claiming benefits in the UK? We do here in Australia, and it's crazy.
Oh wow!
And someone else said a really lovely comment. Congratulations on your new job. It's so deserved. Your bubbliness is infectious. Good luck from Ireland, with a little 4-leaf clover.
Oh yes,
emoji.
Love it. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. And the first question is, do you need medical examination to claim benefits? I think so, yes, as far as I'm aware.
Most things.
With most things, yeah, they always need up-to-date knowledge. Over here in the UK, we're changing from DLA to PIP, Personal Independence Payment, from Disability Living Allowance, and I did have to reclaim, and then I got mine secured again until, I think it's 2028, so me and Ollie don't have to do that paperwork until then, so that's a good plus.
Probably depends on your eye condition.
It does depend on your eye condition.
It
does. It depends on whether it changes, whether you need to update your information. They always want to know up-to-date information if you're claiming. If you guys didn't know about this benefit, if you don't have it and you're blind and you think you want to know about it, you get, it's not a means tested thing, you just get a little bit of money to help you out every month with technology, because being blind is really like quite expensive sometimes. I need extra taxis if I can't get round. My guide dog is quite an expense, because I always love to give back to guide dogs. And yeah, just travelling in general when you don't really have any vision and mobility's all skewed, and also assistive technology. So yeah.
What's the difference between DLA and PIP? Is it just a different name for the same thing?
Yeah, it's the same thing, but PIP is like the new thing that the UK has introduced recently.
Yeah, it's just like an updated sort of
version. I think they've changed the criteria slightly. I'm not too sure. My mum helped me do it, so I'm a bit like from the past, but I'm going to have to learn more about it when I redo it with Ollie.
What is your advice for other people who have been through the same thing as yourself, or who is going through it?
Oh wow. Well, advice is to, I know it's really hard, but you're going to be so upset and so overwhelmed that you feel like you just need to put your words all in your head that are just spewing out and you want to implode and explode at the same time. I would really suggest making a diary. I did on my Braille note, and no one knows how to read Braille or get on my Braille note, so that's cool in my family.
Locked secrets forever.
Yeah. So I wrote down loads of to-do lists also. What I found really empowering is learning my computer most recently. It has really made me feel okay about my disability. Making videos, sharing your thoughts with other people, it really does help.
I think as well, if you don't mind me adding a comment.
Go, no, do
really focus on the things that you absolutely love and that bring you joy. Like,
oh yeah, that's
like
such
music or like poetry, reading, or theatre, anything like that brings you joy and really makes you the person that you are.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, going back to what Alice was saying, literally, like, if you can get an escapism as well from your brain, putting yourself into someone's shoes in a story is amazing. And also what I would say is that I really did find my passion in wanting to work for the BBC, and I wanted to stop at nothing until I did it eventually, when I found out who I was and what I wanted to become. I want to be an activist and for everyone, and always be on the internet saying that disabled people can do things. We are so cool and so motivated, just like everyone else.
You can still have hobbies and enjoy doing things and love the things that you do. It shouldn't stop you.
Exactly, it should not change you. And so when I really found that passion, and I believed that is Lucy Edwards and no one was going to change me, then I became myself again. And
I think it'd be the same for anyone. You just need to follow your heart on what you love to do.
Yeah.
And that will keep you happy. And
it can be a risk. Like, I quit university because I wanted to do what I loved, and that was a risk, and it made me unhappy for a bit, but you've got to be, so secure in your convictions. Yep, Alice, you're tapping me.
Yes.
You ran. You ran.
What's your go-to when you're feeling a bit overwhelmed and need to pick your chin up? Or when someone makes you feel blind? Love your channel, you always make me smile.
Oh, I love it. What's my go-to? So my go-to is a hot bath with Lush products.
Something that smells nice and
oh my gosh. Any sort of candle, even if you just really taking the time to pamper yourself. That's what I love to do. As you guys know, I blinking love makeup. Talking to Alice about makeup.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Talking to Alice about makeup. Cuddling my lovely Olga. You guys, dogs are the best and the most calming thing.
As well, when someone makes you feel blind, think of all the people that just make you feel like a normal person.
Yeah.
Because that'll make you feel so much better.
Yeah, definitely.
Already. Because every one person that makes you feel like that, there's like a million others that love you and talk to you like a normal person.
Alice, you are literally on fire and you're doing this better than me. That's amazing advice. I love her. Don't you just love her, guys? Yeah, so there is 101 other people that love you just the way you are. You do not need to think about all those
They
people.
suck anyway.
Yeah. They suck. You don't need to think about the people that put you down because, you know, they don't know you. They don't know your life. They don't know your problems.
Know me.
And, you know, at the end of the day, they must be ignorant then if they don't know truly how someone's feeling. Like, I don't know whether you guys know, but I got refused a couple of times by taxi drivers, and I really let it get to me. I came home and I couldn't let it lie. I was crying. I was like, how dare they? I am so disabled. I'm discriminated against. And if you let that consume you, obviously you've got to let it for like an hour or so, but I really would suggest after that you need to go do something that you love. You need to go have a bath. That's my go-to. And
basically the advice is for everything, just have a bath.
Yeah, just go in the bath.
Just go have a bath.
And smell something pretty. God, that's so vain, isn't it? I'm so silly.
No, it is relaxing.
It
can
really
cure
is.
a multitude of sins. The bath.
And to be honest, I am such a chatterbox. If something goes wrong, I'm like, Alice, what the hell just happened? And, you know, I did this and this and that, and they said that and the other. And having someone to talk to is amazing. Having a YouTube to switch on to, a YouTuber, and just distracting yourself from that situation is so much better than just dwelling on it, because you're never going to change who you are. You're never going to stop being disabled or blind, whatever you are. You need to accept you for who you are, and it's really harder said than done, but yeah.
You have, hi Lucy, from a totally blind lady in the suburbs of Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Wow.
I don't know whether I said that right, but it looks like a cool name for a place.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your new position with the BBC.
You.
Hi, good luck with moving and your new job. Your Olga is so beautiful too.
She is. Yeah, I need to go to Pets at Home actually and get her a few
someone
new things.
says I was dumped in the city at 2 a.m. by a cab driver who didn't want to use our taxi.
No.
Scheme in Australia, extremely frustrating. I think he was fired after I reported him. I hope he was.
Yeah, I hope he was too.
That's horrible.
That is horrendous.
It's horrible that things like that happen still.
Yeah, and you hear about it all the time.
Yeah.
You do. There's taxi drivers that I've literally got into a taxi and I've been abused all the way to New Street Station. He was swearing at me, and because he took me to the destination, apparently it was okay that he swore at me the whole way there because he didn't refuse me. So that was great, but honestly,
I think the more we all keep reporting them, hopefully it will eventually get better.
Yeah, I agree. 2 a.m. in the middle of somewhere. It just makes me so sad about it. But all we can keep doing is making live streams and being like, we are independent people and we don't need no taxi. I mean, you might need it at 2 a.m. but just literally, it's so hard to be like, get it, I can't think of the words. You know, just shake it off and do better next time. But it's really hard to get out of that mindset, and I can see why you're so angry, because I would have been at 2 a.m. I would have been like, where the hell am I? Like, what am I doing? Yeah, I thank you for sharing. Who's staring at us?
Bella's staring at me through the door.
We have 3 dogs.
It's a dog,
guys.
by the way, not a person.
Yeah, we have 3 dogs. We have Bella, who's 11, who's like from the Dogs Trust. What does she look like? An English Pointer crossed with a Jack Russell crossed with a Labrador. She's a Heinz variety,
and she's got a little white skunk stripe.
Yeah,
on her nose.
and then
it looks like a skunk stripe, I think.
Yeah, and then we've got Olgie, who's my guide dog, and she's 5. She's got a little grey chin now, and you guys have seen a lot of her. And then we've got Otis, who we've just got, who's Alice's doggy, and because me and Olgie are moving out with Oliver Cave.
And he's a black and white border collie, and he's cray.
Yeah, he is crazy. Oh my gosh, he like gets you in the face and you're like, Otis, stop, get out of my space. But he's so cute. But he's limping at the moment, guys.
He's got a sprained knee, we think.
Yeah, me and Alice took him to the vet, but we're taking Olga to the vet for an MOT next week. So.
I love how we call it an MOT.
I know. Okay, last few questions, and then we shall.
Anyone having questions, send them now.
Yeah, anyone having questions, send them now. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys watch Philip DeFranco, but like when he first starts his live stream, it's like feely, feely, feely dee. Like that whole like, it's so cool. I wish I could be that professional, but yeah. Philip DeFranco, Philip. Anyway, that is not my name. I will stop now. That's not my name. I am literally insane. I also feel really hot. Guys,
It's quite warm though.
I was just about to say London Marathon. But Great North Run was amazing, by the way. I hope you guys watched my vlog. If you didn't, it's on my channel. It's the video before this. And also tell me in the comments whether you want me to do more live streams, because I really love doing them, but I don't know whether I bore people or whether I'm just too like quick. Fast. Any more out, or are we?
No.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this live stream. I've really enjoyed it.
Someone got in there.
Go on.
How do you feel about dating? Do you see yourself single in the future?
How do I feel about dating? I was so lucky because I saw my boyfriend before I went blind, and I really don't see myself single. Me and my boyfriend are serious, let's just say. And you guys will know information as soon as it happens. On me and Ollie, I guess. Nice life events, because that's what my channel's about. Pretty life event things.
Happy, smiley
not
life
that
events.
not like something's crazy is gonna go on in the future. I'm only 21, but yeah, me and Ollie are like too tight, staying together 5 ever. So
So forever it's 5.
yeah, 5 ever.
Yeah.
Anything else, or are we off?
Think
We're off ski.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I will see you on Monday for a new video, and I will look at all of your comments on all of my other videos if you guys want me to do a live stream again.
Someone says Ollie is great and Alice too. We all need an Alice. Smiley face.
We do need an Alice and an Ollie. I love Alice, she's my bestie.
Thanks for the live. I wish you and your friends and family good luck.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks so much, guys. Love you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.